Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and welcome to PlayLoad. This is all my video game pickups for the month of December 2015, and it's just been a crazy month. I've been trying to put out a lot of videos for you guys. I also put up, and I'm shamelessly going to plug this here, I did these two Back to the Future videos, what I'm calling Back to the Future 4 and 5. I really hope you guys will check those out. They're full-length movies based on the video game. I'm sure if you like the Back to the Future trilogy, you'll like those. I will link them in the description below. Please check those out. I know, shameless. But anyway, I hope you guys had a happy holidays, and I hope you guys are looking forward to New Year's. If, the time this comes out, that'll be tonight, so I hope you guys are having a good one. Let's go into some pickups here. Now, I did a video earlier this month on my birthday, December 8th, to show a bunch of stuff I got. So I'm just going to kind of power through those items, and then we'll move on to the things you haven't seen. So the first thing I did get here was a PlayStation TV. Got this from my girlfriend, the Evil Mrs. Claus. Haven't opened it yet, as you can see. A lot of people told me not to. What they said was that this thing has massive compatibility issues with various Vita games. Sony never fixed it. They just made firmware updates to kind of lock out hacked version of firmware updates, and the hacked version of firmware updates will actually make a lot of the games work. So what people were telling me is don't open it, don't update it, just once you learn how to hack the firmware, do that, and then you'll be able to use it as a more versatile console, basically. So haven't really had the time to play around with that, so in the meantime, it sits in the box. But nevertheless, looking forward to using it when I get the chance. I also got this, the Dreamcast Junkyard, the Ultimate Collector's Guide. I got this from Tom at the Dreamcast Junkyard. What this is a guide, or not a guide exactly, well, even though it says guide. What it is essentially is basically like a big checkbook. It's got all sorts of information on all the Dreamcast games. Like if you could, a checklist basically of every game from every region, including the independent stuff, so you can kind of keep track of what you do and do not have if you're into that. Funny thing about this though is I put out the video on December 8th, and on December 9th they got a cease and desist letter from Sega. So I was jokingly being blamed by some people, although nobody really meant that, because I don't think Sega watches me. I don't see any reason they would, so I think it was just a massive coincidence. The issue, I guess, was that, I guess this is complimentary, so kudos to you, Tom. The book looks extremely official. It looks very legit, like something Sega would actually make. And I guess that was Sega's problem with it. It doesn't say unofficial anywhere on it. So they're going to do another print run, I think, that actually says unofficial all over it to make it very clear. And then Sega won't give a shit. So, in a sense, this was a rare collector's item of a collector's guide, which is kind of funny. It was not really, I'm sure, meant to go that way. But yeah, I guess new versions will say unofficial. So very cool. Thank you again, Tom. I also got a copy of Super Metroid. This was sent to me by a guy named Adam. Very cool to finally get this, because I'd never had this game somehow. I just never owned it, and it's very cool to finally have that in the collection. So thank you again, Adam. And I got an Atari 7800 controller from a dude in the UK named Steven. Yeah, this is a much better controller than we got. As you can see, it's like an NES D-pad style controller, whereas we got this weird like joystick style thing that wasn't very good. So thank you again to Steven. And I bought myself Xenoblade Chronicles X for my birthday, but I got the collector's edition. This is just the game itself. The collector's edition part is in the other room. If you want to see all this stuff in more detail, especially the Xenoblade Chronicles X thing, go check out the birthday video. So now let's move on to new items. Also for the Wii U, I got Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I've never given a shit about Animal Crossing, to be perfectly honest with you, and I don't really care about Amiibos, so it was really difficult to justify buying this. But at the same time, I got Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Not a game I had much interest in either, but at least I was a little bit more interested in this than this. So if you're like, well, okay, awesome, why would you pick that up? Well, okay, so I'm trying to get a full Wii U set, honestly. At some point, I'm going to want to do that before it's too difficult to do that. And Best Buy had a decent deal this month on Nintendo published titles. So if you bought any Nintendo game, they would give you a second one for 40% off. And then it was stackable with Gamers Club Unlocked, so you get an additional 20% off. So when you kind of combine the two, it's essentially buy one, get one free, just about. And on top of that, I had some Reward Zone coupons, which brought it down even more. So it wasn't the greatest deal, but I'm satisfied, and now I don't have to worry about it. Now, a game I really didn't want, but I had to get, was Monster High New Ghoul in School. This game is not surprising. It's fucking terrible. this is one of those games that makes you want to kill yourself as a collector because you're just like, I can't believe I have to buy this. However, in this case, it wasn't actually that bad because we bought this for my other channel, Game Society Pimps, and we did some videos on it for comedy purposes, but we're done with it. So we kind of split the game 3 ways, and then they just gave it to me because they're like, you're the only one who would ever remotely give a shit about this. And I'm like, yeah, it's sad but true. It will just go up on the shelf as a display piece and nothing more. Then I got Devil's Third. Now this one was the one, obviously, I was the most excited about. Devil's Third has been kind of interesting this month. It's kind of infamous right now. So the history of this game was it was announced, and it was supposed to be like this big release they were going to have. And then the Japanese release didn't go very well, I guess. And then over the summer of 2015, they kind of silently said, we're not going to release it in North America physically, but the European physical release is still coming. And they canceled everybody's pre-orders, which is always kind of a bad sign. And then it came out in Europe and got very mixed results, like mixed to negative. It was considered like an average game at best. And then, so it seemed like we weren't going to get this game at all. And then they kind of silently said, oh, okay, yeah, we'll still release it physically in North America. And then they canceled it again, and then it came back again. So that's one of those things where that's happening with a game. That's a good sign that it's going to be rare. So the second that Best Buy finally had pre-orders up again, I went ahead and I did it. Got 20% off, so I got the game for $50. And then it came out. It finally came out. I received it, no problem, in the mail. I was like, all right, great, I'm done with this. And then I noticed all over the internet, people were like, dude, where is this game? I can't find it, blah, blah, blah. So we don't know exact numbers, but we do know GameStop's numbers. They have received 480 copies for the entire whole of the United States, which is really, 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 really small. The only other 2 retailers that I know of that even had this was Amazon and Best Buy, and they both sold out instantly. So some people are speculating there may have only been 1,000 to 2,000 copies of this game produced. It could go on to be the Panzer Dragoon Saga of the Wii U as far as rarity. However, Panzer Dragoon Saga was a legendary great game. Devil's Third, not so much. So we'll see. It's hard to say. Who knows? Maybe they'll start printing more copies and it'll become worthless later. But for right now, this is super rare. Copies on eBay are going for like $150 to $300, depending on who's crazy enough to pay those prices. But yeah, rare game. Got some Black Friday holdovers. This is stuff that I ordered on Black Friday but was mailed and didn't show up until beginning of December. Transformers Devastation and Helldivers, both for the PS4. Earlier this month, Best Buy again did another deal where if you bought any 2 PS4 or Xbox One games, you would get a third one for free. So I picked up Dishonored Definitive Edition, Wolfenstein The New Order, and Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. This one, of course, being on the Xbox One. In case you're curious why I didn't get the PS4 version, I had this game on the 360. I had Dead or Alive 5 regular or whatever the hell it was edition for the 360, and they allow you to transfer all of your saves and DLC and all that kind of shit from the 360 to the Xbox One version or the PS3 to the PS4 version, but not 360 to PS4, etc. So I was like, okay, it makes more sense to get the Xbox One version in this case, so that's what I did. Picked up a few PS3 titles. I got Resistance 2 and Resistance 3. Yeah, I know. I'm a little late to the party on that one. And I got Metal Gear Solid, the Legacy Collection, which is really cool to have because this has most of the Metal Gear Solid games in it, which is really cool. I also got a triple pack, consisting of Trials HD, Limbo, and Splosion Man. What's cool about this is this consists of games that are otherwise only distributed digitally. I like to support indie games, I really do, but digital versions are simply a deal breaker. So when stuff like this happens, it's really cool because I love to support it. So that's why I got this. Also picked up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I know, it's like I'm totally in there right now. I'm staying right up to date, right? But yeah, this is super cheap now. This is like a $4, $5 game now. So finally got it. And then I got Deadpool for the 360. This I got absolutely for free because a buddy of mine, I think he bought it for, I want to say Xbox One, or maybe it was PS4, I don't remember. The new updated version. And he didn't need this, so he just gave it to me. So that's how I got this. I also got, hey look, it's my copy of Shenmue that's been signed by Yu Suzuki. I got plenty of copies of Shenmue. This one was signed by Yu Suzuki a while back, and I showed you guys that. However, you guys might recall I was just out in Los Angeles, and I met up with Corey Marshall. He's the guy who voiced Ryo Hazuki in this game. And you can watch that video. It's probably the weirdest video I've ever done on this channel. But he was cool enough to go ahead and sign the game for me right there. So yeah, that's same item, of course, that I've always had. It's just been massively updated. Just thought you guys would like to see that. Now, after my birthday, I received a few various packages, and I thought I would go ahead and show them to you in this video. However, there was one that showed up in bad condition, so I just filmed a video at the time kind of showing my initial reaction of it. Just got this package here, which is heavily damaged. I even got a notification on the back from the post office about it. Clearly the bag was like destroyed in shipping, and then they just wrapped this bag around it. So I don't know what this is, so let's find out. And hopefully, whatever it is, nothing is missing. Honestly not sure what this would be. Some sort of letter that was totally destroyed. Oh, it's like really greasy and stuff inside. Something there. Something there. Some other stuff. I don't know what any of this is. Okay. This looks like a paper bag for some reason. Oh, okay. I think I know what this is. Oh, right. Oh, man, that's such a shame. Oh, dude, look at that. These were sent to me by a viewer contacting me and said he had a couple extra copies of some TurboGrafx-16 games. And as you can see, the post office kind of fucked it up, didn't they? That's horrible. Let's see if the other one is in okay shape. Nope. Beaten to all hell. Look at that. What a shame. Fucking post office. Look at this. They completely destroyed it. At least the games themselves are in okay shape. They're fine. Actually, I take it back. Clax looks like it was totally crumpled. Oh man, that's just awful. It might still work, but because at least the data part wasn't damaged, but look at that. So this was all that survived, unfortunately. Sidearms. Not a bad game, actually. Cool little shmup. Basically what happened here, I was inspecting the packaging further, and I actually found tire tracks. What had happened is a car ran over this thing, presumably a postal truck. Real shame. And that's the only word I can use to describe it, is a shame, because it's not like I bought this. I can't complain to the seller. This is not Jim's fault, the guy who sent this. He was just giving me a gift, so it's not his fault either. Package wasn't insured. It's just 100% on the post office, but it's really nothing you can do anything about, so it's just a shame. But at least this survived. So thank you to Jim. He did everything correctly. It was just the post office who fucked it up. It wasn't going to survive being run over by a damn car. But anyway, there are some other packages here that I thought I would show you. This one comes from Australia. This one is kind of funny, and you'll see why pretty quickly. Let me just go ahead and rip this open here. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. What we have here is an Atari 7800 European style controller. Oh, there it is. Haha, look at this. 1 second. Yeah, this is the Atari 7800 European style controller, or also obviously Australian style controller. This one appears to be in better shape than the one I got from Steven here. This is one from Steven. I guess it needs to be probably a little bit cleaned up, but I'm sure it would be fine. But the other thing about this one is that it comes with this, the little joystick part. See, this is a D-pad, and it functions as such, but you can take this and just kind of screw this into the, well, I can't do it with one hand really, but you can put this into, or maybe I can do it with one hand. You put it into the controller, and you can use it like that if you want. So if you're wondering why I suddenly have two of these, so basically what happened here was Clint contacted me weeks ago, like right after my Atari 7800 video came out. And he said, like, hey, you know, I have one of those controllers. If you don't want it, we could do like sorry. He said he had one of those controllers. He said, I don't want it, but we could do a little trade. And I said, sure. And so I sent him some stuff, and he sent me this. And, you know, it's Australia, so it takes a long time for it to get to the U.S. In that time, I was contacted by Steven. And he said he had a package for my other channel, Games Society Pimps, and it was mostly just stuff for my cohorts. Like, it was some beer, and it was some food, stuff like that. He said he was throwing something in for me, but I didn't know what it was. In fact, if you go watch the birthday video, I actually thought it was a t-shirt. And if you watch it, you can see I kind of laugh, and I'm surprised, because I knew this one that you're seeing in front of you was coming, I was certainly not expecting another one to show up. So very cool to have 2 of these. It really was not intended in any way, shape, or form. But definitely awesome, because this controller is extremely hard to find in the US because we never got it, and it's much, much better than the one we got. So thank you again to Clint for doing that little trade with me. Next up, I got this from the Dreamcast Hub. Let's just open it and I'll show you what it is. They contacted me and said, you know, we have like a birthday / Christmas gift for you. And since it's coming from a place called the Dreamcast Hub, you got to assume it's going to be good. Let me try and do this. Is really hard to do with one hand. All right. And let's see exactly what it is. It is a shirt. Very cool. And what looks to be some sort of letter. I'm not sure if I should read this on camera. I don't see why I shouldn't. Hey Adam, hope you dig the shirt. I'm just glad I finally have something worth sending. Your buddy at dreamcasthub.com. Well, thank you very much. And then it looks like just a few blank sheets of paper. I'm not sure why, but thank you very much. Let's take a look. This is the front. It says, I love my Sega Dreamcast inside and out. And of course it has a Dreamcast with the lid taken off. That's actually pretty clever. So awesome. Let's see if it has anything on the back. It does. It says dreamcasthub.com, and then of course there's the Dreamcast spiral on it. Very cool. And it's written in the Tahoma font. If you're curious, the Dreamcast uses Tahoma. That's the name of its font. Very, very cool. So thank you to the Dreamcast Hub. I'm guessing you can buy this. I would assume, I'll put a link in the description if there's a place that you can buy it, but I'm pretty sure you can buy it. But again, full disclosure, they gave this to me for free. As they claim, for a birthday / Christmas gift. So thank you very much to the Dreamcast Hub. And finally, got this. This comes from Ubisoft. Now, love Ubisoft, hate Ubisoft, whatever you feel about them. They're doing a lot to try and fix their image because they know it was wrecked by a lot of the, shall we say, the elders at their company. And so trust me when I say from an insider's perspective, because I work with Ubisoft a lot, the guys there are really, really trying. They're much younger. They're trying to fix the mistakes of the past. And so every once in a while, they like my channel. They like my other channel, Game Society Pimps. And every once in a while, they send us like promotional materials. And so I'm guessing that's what this is. And since I hadn't opened it yet, I thought I would just go ahead and throw it into this video. So I don't really know what to expect, but we'll give it a shot here. 1 second. Let's put this down. Here, you can look at that. Look at Corey Marshall's signature while I rip this open here. Okay. Ready? Got the package open. Let's dump it out. It's, what is this? It's it's just a Christmas card. That's really cool. Oh, what fun. Happy play days from your friends at Ubisoft. And then it looks like it's signed by a bunch of people on the staff. That's really cool. And then the item is they're socks with the Ubisoft logo. So I guess that makes them Ubi socks. Huh. That's pretty funny. So, well, thank you to Ubisoft. Thank you yes, thank you to Ubisoft, and thank you to the Dreamcast Hub, and thank you to Clint, as well as to Jim, and to Adam, and Steven, Tom, and of course the evil Mrs. Claus. Thank you, and thank you guys for watching. And one last thing. If you guys are interested, I did a podcast with another YouTuber named Too Much Food a while back, and I never plugged it for some reason. I guess I just kind of forgot about it. So it's a couple months old, but if you're interested in hearing me do a podcast for like an hour, I'll link it here, and you can go check it out. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy New Year, and I'll see you guys later.